So, quick rundown. I'm on the moon, chunk. These are solar panels for when the sun comes around. I can turn them in different directions using a rotor. Small and not very, good looking base. It's just temporary to get started because the moon has less gravity. I can move ships around faster and live longer because there's no creatures on this planet because again it's the moon dead. Uh, you can find materials like right here it says iron, and then you'll see the blue stuff being cobalt, nickel. That's how you find the raw materials to refine to make steel plates and so on and so forth. This is a cargo container that shows a lot of the materials that I have pre-made, plus the refined ore that I have made. This is a small airdrop ship designed for atmosphere, so it won't work on the moon. What it does, this drop ship, you attach small cargo containers with parachutes onto these 3 landing gears, which you control from the cockpit. These are hydrogen thrusters, and these are atmospheric thrusters, so they will work in atmosphere almost to space, but not all the way, because atmosphere doesn't work in space, and hydrogen doesn't seem to work as well in space either. So this is a drop pod ship. You take it and you can drop cargo containers in spots that you want, and from high altitudes and at a certain distance a parachute will pop open. Gatling turrets, antenna, meteor shower approaching. Alright. So this is the ship that I was talking about. I've been making this for the last 3 weeks, or give or take. It has a lot, 3 different types of thrusters. The blue ones are ion, yellow's hydrogen, and these big ones right here that look like they would belong on like a 747, passenger plane, are atmosphere thrusters. These are missile turrets. This would be my ore mining ship, and this one's just an exploration atmospheric ship. It only works again in atmosphere. It's docked right now to the main ship because it doesn't work in space, so it has to stay here until I get to Earth or a different Earth-like planet. See that green-looking planet? Way in the distance that my cursor's on? That was called the Alien Planet, and that has an Earth-like atmosphere. Living creatures, big-ass spiders, Harry Potter type looking spiders. Alright, so anyway, here's the entrance to my ship. I haven't named it yet. that smoky looking shit is called oxygen that's being, released. This is just an observation deck in a sense. This is my mid bay, medical room, cryo chambers. Some of the spots did have extras like cryo chambers and stuff, but because I was running out of space in the game, I had to delete some. Atmosphere being released. Command deck. There were more stations, but again, ran out of room, had to delete some stuff. Used to be passenger seats, more control stations for a person, if there was more players. Here, they could all connect to a command station and control turrets during a battle, or take control of a laser antenna, which I'll show you in a moment, to control remote controlled ships. This is the command station. And this controls everything. I haven't set the taskbar down at the bottom to show everything I have to be able to use, like on a quick slot, like you would in the game. So I haven't done that yet. I'll get to that shortly. Alright, so command deck. I might be able to re-add some stuff if I can find a way to remove some other less useful stuff. This leads to one of the lower decks. This is the, and there's another one on the opposite side. Just the same. So this ship is split in half in a sense. Imagine having a line down the middle from top, front to back, and just being doubled up on every side. Like it's an exact replica from one side to the next. So refinery / storage room. Again, large cargo containers. Refinery. In between, which these modules are attached to, is an assembler, which actually creates materials out of the refined ore. And in between these rooms, if you didn't notice, is another room. Not all the way done yet, like I said. Still got a few things to do, but I figured fuck it, why not? This is just a staging room, meaning not done yet. Before you can, if you start getting into a major battle, the main player that owns this ship can go into the battle bridge and seal himself in. Now the ship has light blocks, which are just lightly armored, but in the battle bridge it's fully armored with heavy armor blocks. I haven't finished them yet because I need metal grids. Interior turrets on the inside and the outside of the battle bridge, and an airtight hangar door that automatically seals and cuts off power to the main door and creates a vault door in a sense. Now I'm not done. You can see where these are TVs that say just online because I haven't programmed them to cameras yet, which I can use to view outside the ship. Now I can view outside the ship anyway, but if I have a camera, I can actually zoom in, on targets that I want destroyed. Or I can take control of a specific turret on the side of the ship and shoot manually. Or just whatever I want. I mean, just like the command station control bridge, I can do whatever I want from here. So it's just a heavy armored, steel room that I can lock myself in if it gets problematic, which I doubt it will because I'm in a server that doesn't only has one or two other players in it, so no problem. And I can leave as soon as this door goes down, and then door pops back open. Alright, so jump drive, which can take me across half the star system. I have another one on the other side again, down the middle, duplicate. So there's another one on the other side. These huge containers are hydrogen tanks, reactors that power through uranium, oxygen tanks, so on and so forth. Mostly a lot of freaking conveyor systems that transport whatever I need from one end of the ship to the next in an instant. Gyroscopes, ton of freaking gyroscopes to be able to move the ship. Alright, now let's get to the back of the ship. Alright, so I'll fix that in a moment. Remember how I mentioned remote controlling through laser antennas? These are laser antennas. I've got two right here because laser antennas are direct line of sight. So if you don't have direct line, you can't control it. Now it simultaneously goes from one to the next. So if I want to control multiple things, I can at the same time using both of them. Or if I lose, like if my ship's facing this way and it's whatever I'm wanting to control is over there, this one will work. But if it's over there, this one will work. And I also have one on the front, bottom of the ship, right here. And I also have a regular antenna, which is right here. That has a 5,000 mile, give or take, range, which I can also use to remote control things within that range. But the difference is regular antennas broadcast only to a certain range. Laser antennas have an infinite range as long as they're within line of sight, if there's nothing obstructing them from one point to the next. So both are effective in different ways. That's a mining carriage from a different faction, most likely an NPC faction, and it's 10 kilometers away, so it's not going to get any closer than that. I mean, it can get up to like 6 kilometers, but usually it stays that far. If it doesn't, and it decides it wants to come to me, it would be fucked because that's most likely a small thing, as it says mining carriage, so not very close. So that's the ship. I haven't fully, seen asteroids. And my turrets are automatically killing them. Because if I don't, they could smack into the ship. Like this black spot right here is an asteroid that hit a meteor. Sorry, and they are pot marked. I've had bases. I've had to restart servers because I've lost a huge base, and it's hard to restart from nothing. Usually, when you start off, you get a preset amount of stuff. So if you lose that, you're fucked. I've had shit slammed into my, and I've been overran by wolves on Earth. Again, giant Acromantula, Harry Potter style spiders on the alien planet. There's way more to this game that I haven't done yet. Some of the things I haven't built off-road vehicles. Um, that drop ship that I mentioned can also deploy decoys, which if you're in a battle, you can um, deploy some to distract its turrets if they're under automatic fire. Ladders, uh, oxygen farms, which I don't have any because I'm on the moon right now. I'll get some going when I get to Earth. Stores. This game has an economy that you can trade with other players and do contracts for materials to get certain things. Like if you don't want to build a ship, but you want a ship and that somebody else has it, you just trade them stuff that they want for that thing that you want. Pistons, you know, exhaust pipes, stuff in the future. There's a lot to it. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna stop here.